I am going to figure this out. So, what do I need to make this work? I basically want to have something like this where I say all the raw materials that I want. And then I need to have some mapping that says if I want iron plates, I should scrap iron gears. Like, let me think of this real quick, like if I was setting this up right. So I say I want you to request iron gears so long as you actually do this way, so I have a debug point. I want this to be enabled so long as I could do that easier where I say like if I have more than the available things, then do that. So like if gears is greater than, 200, whatever my idea is, then request it and start making this. So if I have a bunch of gears, now this is 500 greater than 200. If I pull this out, that gets disabled. Okay. So that gets me that, but if I want to do this automatically, where I can set both the request and the, like I want to be able to set the request based on the circuit input. Let's take this and move it over here for a minute. I want this to be a separate thing. Oh my, Suki! What? What? Hey! There's no one outside. Hey, Suki! Go lay down. You're all done. You got him. Good job. Anyway. So, I basically need to create a module that can hook up to the logistics network. That can take what I'm looking for on this, like set maximums for each item, right? So like if I have gears, I want 400, and I need to at least set it for everything coming out of here that I can then scrap down. So I need some I gotta learn how all this shit works. So take a decider combinator. So the red line represents the maximum, the green line is the current state. So take each of them, if they're greater than each one on the red, output anything. Right? Because right now, there's nothing in the system. So I need to put so now to output, hey, you need iron gears. Okay. So that means I can take one of these, use it to set the requests of iron gears, which will then output that. So take iron gears, keep requesting them until you go below. Now that'll get disabled, and it will have a bit of a bounce to it, I guess. Wait a minute, but why is it still out? Oh, because now it's outputting iron plates. So it'll then take iron plates. So I say I can have a maximum of, say, 400 iron plates. And then that's fine. Got it. So I do need to make sure all that is done. So let's take this, right? So these are going to be the... So let's take scrap, and I want a certain amount of everything. So solid fuel, I always want 400 of it around. Concrete, I'm gonna want a good amount of that around. Because that's basically what I'm doing, right? Is I'm taking every item, but I want a way that like it'll only I want it so like I can tile this out, so like if I need more capacity for processing any item, I can just do it. So let me finish doing this real quick. God damn it. Okay. Ice. We'll call it like 100 because most of it should get turned into water. Steel. That 500. Actually, I can do this. Keep 2 rockets of everything. Keep 2 rocket, like that's my 2 rockets worth of whatever you have, with the exception of like unless you need more of it. So keep 800. Actually, this will go down to 1 rocket. Batteries. Under that. Stone. Keep like 500 of that. Advanced circuits. Keep a bunch of those on hand, although I may not need them. Copper cable. Keep 2,000 of that, like I'm doing with that. Blue circuits, I want to keep as many of those around as I can. And that should be everything that comes out of LDS and holmium. Low density structures will keep 2,000 of that. And holmium ore, like 2,000 of that. That gets me... think I want this to be slightly better. So I need to figure out how these circuits work much better, but I will take a look at that in a minute. That's a thing. So yeah, so I essentially want, let me look at a few things. Like Factorio's circuits. I know there are networks, or there are circuit diagrams here. Why is my internet so weird? Displays, setting recipes, signal switch. Each signal is used as an input condition that can be used as the output signal as well. We'll define all the signals you might want to output in the constant combinator and give them each a unique value. What the hell is that supposed to be? Hold on, what the hell does this do? So a constant combinator of 1, 2 for setting the recipe. And it says what? I don't think that's what I'm looking for, but the right arithmetic combinator is the memory cell input is connected to 1, a green wire network of inserters placing items on the belt, and the output to the left arithmetic combinator, the subtraction. Hold on. What's an arithmetic? Yes, arithmetic combinator. Take each signal, add 0, which means, right? I think I have push buttons, don't I? I do have push buttons. Take this as a 1. So that's 4. 11, great. That keeps that going. That's, yeah, memory cells. Okay, so what I need what do I need? Factorio circuit sends signal to N machines. Because ideally what I'd like to do is have something like a requester chest into a recycler into an active provider chest like this, so I can just kind of drop these down wherever as my recycling processing, and then set these to figure out what materials it can break down over a certain amount. Oh, okay. Well, I know how I can think about this. I want to take a input signal of strength 5. I want to take a decider combinator and say if each signal is greater than 0, output each signal. The input. If I do output the signal, then I should take an arithmetic combinator take each signal and subtract 1, and then output each signal. Take that, which goes to that, which means this should output 3, right? Which means that will output 2. That'll output 1. And that'll output nothing. So then on this, if I say yes, this is going to go through. So like, let's say these are my, this is going to be, if I take a constant combinator and say these are going to be my maximums for everything, right? So I have like 200 gears and 200 iron plates. That's my maximum. I want to then go into the network and figure out how much I have, and then output the things that I need to break down. So I need another decider combinator, which will take green, which is going to output the contents, and red, and say take anything, each of the signals that is here, and anything that is greater then the signal on the red, output that signal. I get 496. So then what I can do is say, okay, can I not? No, that's just decider. So these are the things that I need to process. How many do I need to process? Take a decider or an arithmetic combinator. Take each signal. And subtract each signal from the green. The green being this. And then output each signal. So that is, and then, okay, I'm starting to see what I can do here. Take that, then take each signal greater than 0, output each signal, so that's the delta. And then I want to subtract 100 each time. Or do I? Hold on. Let me try and figure this out. Right, so this is the input, and this determines if anything in the logistics network is greater than its maximum capacity, which is determined by that. This will then take the current capacity, subtract the maximums. Oh, maybe I can just do that. I think I can do this a better way. If I instead start with a arithmetic, take green, take red, take each signal on the green, subtract each signal on the red, and then output each signal. So that's 96. I have 96 too many iron plates in my network. So then I can say selects a specific signal out of all input signals based on criteria. Right, stack size. So that can be something. So like, let's take this, wire it up to this. So its output is going to be 100. Now I need to get rid of 96. So what I need to then do because it's gonna automatically request it'll request whatever I ask it to. So what I need is like Factorio circuits round up. Several outputs and graph the supplies available in each. Left is at the base. The constant common error outputs an outpost ID, a signal 0. And okay. I can figure this out. I also do need to be somewhat mindful of the rest of this shit, but right now I think everything's going fine. It's waiting on its inputs. Now V should have some... Yes, it has some... This will request orange science. So that can then run. Okay, back to this. So what I want to do is take each of these signals, pass it into a certain amount into the, like, take a chunk off, pass it into a requester chest, subtract that amount, and then bring it back. So if I have a decider combinator that says take each signal out of here, anything that's greater than 0, and then output each. Okay, so I need to know how much. Let me do it this way. This will make it. Let me do the base case first, because that'll make my brain work on easier. So, like, let's say I have this many. I have 296 extra. So what I need to do is take 100 or whatever the min of. Yeah, that's what I want. I want the min. I want the min of the remainder. No, the max. I want the max of what I have left and what I have left minus a stack. Is that a thing? Factorio max circuit. That's the maximum circuit? There's no way. Hold on. 2 decider combinators. Set the first to A greater than B, output A. Hold on. Now I gotta see. There's no way it's that complicated. Yeah, because I only needed to get the max of 2 values, so that should be fine. It's like 1 and 5. Set the option to A greater than B. So this is where I need to do my input, right? So this is take a signal. Green greater than blue. Output green. if blue and green, blue, right? No, greater. If blue greater than green, output blue. Okay, that does what I want it to do. So what did I say I needed? I want to take the maximum. I want to take a particular value. Hold on. Why on earth would it do that to me? Where's dark mode? Fuck. Oh, thank God. Okay. So I'm gonna have an array of values of like 102, 205, etc. Well, actually, I'm gonna have. Let me do it this way. So I have some text that's going to be like iron is 204, 205, you know, copper is 25, gears is 222. So I have this thing coming in, and I'm going to take each of these, and I need to turn it into, at each step, grab one of these values, extract it out. So I want to go to iron 100 and send that off to a machine. I want to break it into like these, I want to break it into components where it's like iron 100, what the fuck is it doing? Just do the thing. Right, iron 100. Let's do this. Iron 100, iron 5, copper 25, gears 200, 100, gears 100, gears 22. That's what I want. I want to go from this to this. And I'm not quite sure how to do that in Factorio speak. Because like, this is essentially what I'm getting out of my first combinator, right? Is the excess. So I think what I need to do is I can take each signal, grab one of them, select any signal, and output any signal. Any signal that is greater than 0. Actually, I should do this as greater than 100. Like, let's actually set up this scenario that I was thinking. It's like iron and copper over 200. I have this, right? So that's if I subtract them, this is the delta. So that is what I need to get rid of. Select something. Take a arithmetic combinator. Take that signal. Minus 100. And then output the signal. And then take this as a maximum where I think I can do this. So if this is the green and this is the red, take each signal on the green greater than red, red greater than green, output each signal. Oh, but it's combining them. Fuck. I don't want you to do that. Although I could just do this. Take... Like, if it's greater, it'll output 492. If I bring it down to just 96... I don't need this. I can just have this be 0. So it outputs, yeah, any signal and just pick a signal and push it out, which I think I can do with the selector combinator as well, but you actually see what that looks like. All right, because that'll sort it by most needed first. Outputs it into this. Now I have 100. Except it's the same. Greater than or equal to, greater than or equal to. Right, and I gotta set this up again. They're gonna output... Only one of them is outputting. Interesting. So pick a signal with the highest output. Subtract 100 from it. And output that. And take the max of whatever I have available left. And that. Stick it together. And then set that as the request. Right, so that's what I have is I'm going to request 100. That's 92. Which is not right. Hold on, if it shouldn't be outputting anything. What other input signals, output signals, input signals, output signals? 92. Yeah, 92. Okay. Right, because it's combining the signals. So I have to then re-strip them, I think. Oh, that's what I can do. Okay, so either output the red, or in your case, only output the green. So now I get 96. Perfect. So then I can do another arithmetic combinator here, where I take this signal right, because I have to take the input and subtract it from itself. So take a combinator right here, take the output of this and red, take the red signal of each minus each green signal and output it, which means that should then fall away. So if I copy this whole thing, chain it together, and look at the output here, it's 50. So I'm getting 96 plates here, 50 here. If I add another one, this should say 100. Poop. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Like, that would work if I wanted to do only, like, one item would request, like, one chest would request one item, but I want it to scale a little better than that. But we're close. We're close. Like, that's outputting 196, which is incorrect. Do I want to put it into a max and then a min? Like, right now, it's trying to get rid of 196 plates. So when it picks a signal, subtracts 100 from it, which is my stack size, which I guess could be a... I could make this like a controls. This is S for stack size. So we'll call this, you know, each one can get a batch of 100. Connect this up, minus S. Right, and S will always cancel out because it's itself. Take each signal, subtract S. Oh, right, it has to be a different combinator. So this is controls. So that goes away. So now I get 96 out. Or no, I want the min of 100 or what I have remaining. That's what I want. This is actually all completely wrong. I think I want it this way. Of the stack size. So it's saying 100. Except that's not... But I need it as the item. Right, so that'll output S as the quantity. Is there a... convert value of one signal to another? Because I want to be able to take this and turn it into I am... I feel like this is really, really close. So what do I want? I want to take in... So that's the quantity I'm going to want, right? So like if I take out 100 and now it's should output 196. For now, I'm going to set this to a constant of 100. I will figure out how to make it configurable later. So that outputs now 96 every time. And if it is exactly 100, they both output 100, I get 200. Right. That will be... Why are their inputs tied together? So I'm telling it, get the max, get the min. Hold on, I fucked this up. That is going to output 100. And that'll output 96. I want the minimum of that number and 100. Okay. If I make that 100, that should then output just 100. And if I make it more than 100, that'll output 196. That does not... I need to change this. So yes, if you are greater than 100, output 100. So that should mean if I connect these two back together and out to here, I get 100. If it's below 100, I get 96. If it's exactly 100, I get 100. Okay, that works. So now I know exactly how many of the thing I need to get. Great. That can then go into a requester chest, and I now need to subtract that signal from this big signal. So if we do like this, and then a arithmetic to take each signal, invert it, and re-output it, attach it here. So I get minus 96, which I can then tie to here. Right, except I don't want to do that like that. I want to tie it as Right, this is what I had to do. To take red minus green gets you 50. And then if let's do the experiment here. So this one will request 96 iron plates. And then if you take the output of this one, chain it to that one. This one will request 50 gears. And if I double that up again, that one will request nothing. Hallelujah. And actually, it doesn't even increase the footprint all that much. That requests plates. That one requests. So it should make it. Why is it still requesting? So it does overshoot a touch. Why does it keep bringing plates through? These are all negative. Okay, so it takes a minute to settle down, but it will generally do what I want, more or less. Like if I throw in a bunch of this stuff. So not perfect. But as long as it gets under that again, I think I'm okay with this. Good. I think we're done. Yeah, I don't understand how it keeps getting these random bursts. Like, these are very negative numbers that it's outputting. I wonder if it would make sense to add a step here that's also like, and also don't propagate any negative values. So let's grab another bit of this and see how well it goes now. This should be basically the second it gets under 200, it should stop allowing them to request anything. Wait a minute, if you recycle an iron plate, there's a chance it outputs an iron plate? Why? Yeah, as soon as it's under, all of these should stop requesting. Oh, except it gets, like, backed up with requests, so it keeps... That is significantly better, though. That is a significant improvement. Okay, I think I'm satisfied with this as an answer. I can turn on trash unrequested. That's true. That, I think, will be the key here. I also think I can do this to make it slightly more compact, but I don't know if that's going to matter. Okay. Let's start figuring out. I like this as a starting spot. I don't think I have good access to scrap, though, is the only issue here. If I could find a nice scrap pile, that would be lovely. Ah, is this scrap? 199k, that'll do for now. I can expand out at a later date. But now I can basically start designing this. The one thing I didn't check, I mean, it shouldn't be able to, I don't think. I do need to figure out what it does when... Actually, should figure that out sooner rather than later. Oh, does it fit almost perfectly? I do like that. So what I do need to figure out, because this is going to require a lot of rope reports. Make storage over here. Yeah, nothing should get output. I actually should get one off of the cider combinator up here. So this is now what is going to get trashed. Oh, right, but it's not hooked up to any of these. So 232. Give it some logistics bots. Oh, but I haven't wired any of them up, right? This one needs to go all the way over here, which it can't. And it actually needs to go here. Yeah, so that should be finishing up soon. Right, it needs to go from the previous arithmetic combinator to the selector combinator, to the next selector combinator. I need to go from the arithmetic combinator over to the selector combinator, and then from the arithmetic to the selector, arithmetic, selector, arithmetic, selector, arithmetic, selector, arithmetic, selector, arithmetic, selector, arithmetic, selector. Not sure why it takes so long to settle. Like, it just sits there forever. Yeah, it definitely feels very... Is there a way to deep... I'm almost scared to ask. There's definitely a way to improve this, but I'm okay with this right now because things will be pulling out of it for a while. So, like, if I pull out 50 of these, yeah, as long as there's an actual draw on the system, it'll be fine. So let's copy this as a auto scrapper. I also want to blueprint just this bit as an auto scrapper node. Okay. Other thing that I want to do is grab these and start picking up a base. Accumulators, and we'll make just a nice energy cell for the minute. Actually put this interior to the walls. How many more accumulators do I have? Let's make 3 sets of accumulators. Did I bring... I don't think I did bring... No, I did not bring any circuits. Alright, well... I know what I did bring, though. Yeah, that one's gonna be a pain in the ass to get, but... I forgot I needed that! It's gonna be way the fuck over there. Well, at least I can actually get stuff down now. And I'll have to run across the world to get it. Might actually make it. Cool. How am I doing? Yeah, so we'll get this down. Fit down these and these and these. Definitely the train stuff. also don't have any. Okay, you're gonna go back. You're gonna get some purple chests. You're gonna go and get a stack of each of these things. And then you'll come back. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. And it'll send down a bunch of stuff for this. Oh, I never did test what happens, did I? If I have something in here and I throw in a random item, it will immediately start breaking it down. Oh, except it can't figure out what to do with it. Well, that's a potential bug. Huh, yeah. That should make sure that it doesn't output anything. Right, because it's all negative. Huh. Yeah, that poses a problem. I know there's signal filters. See. So, hold on, I gotta extract this bit out. Alright, so that is gonna take every signal on the green wire. I guess I could literally just put a filter in front of it. That is, take every signal on the red wire that is not equal to 0. That is not equal to 0. And then output everything on the green, or on the red wire, I guess. What does this thing say? So set the black list on the red wire, or the white list on the red wire. Right. And the input on the green wire. Yeah, okay. And then that is take, in this case, red minus green. No, it's still green minus red. Yeah, green is the input, red is the output. Yeah, so that actually works perfectly. I just add another decider combinator here, where the green goes into here. Red goes into there. And then green. I believe that still works, yes. And now it'll only take care of things that I explicitly set maxes for. Oh, right, and I need to then reattach the red wire to the input of this selector circuit. So it'll take care of a little bit of stuff. It does a little bit suck that in-flight materials don't count. Again, I don't think it's going to be a real issue unless the factory gets fully stuck. Hmm. Up. Why are there no logistics bots? Alright. No. Not. Now start doing all the things. That should. There it goes. Yeah, it'll start picking all that up, and then as soon as this thing gets back. What do I need for this? So now that won't become a storage bin, and everything will get sorted. I don't have enough stuff. Stone bricks. That should protect it for now. And that'll slowly bring in materials. All FedEx extracts things. Is Volcanus not? Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. That's fair. I think pretty much everything here is doing good. I do want to increase their limit is increased to 200. They're missing electric motors, which are just taking their time getting into everything else. Like, it will eventually make a bunch of materials, just not necessarily very quickly at the moment. Yeah, and FedEx has been sitting there waiting forever, so don't blame it. Yeah, and I think everything else is just waiting on... Apparently rails aren't being made very much on now these, so that seems... unlikely. Am I not? I'm not picking up rocks. That's what it's complaining about, is that I have not enough rock. There's rocks right there. Oh my god, I had this thing disabled. Okay, that's fine. That's alright. Alright, then as soon as the actual logistics stuff gets here, I can do the rest of that. Now I can put in real values, like I'm gonna want 500 plates at all time, 500 gears, yeah, 500 of this, 500 of that. Alright. What else do I need to worry about? Like, these are things that if they get to be too much, I should start breaking them down. I got cable. 500 tops. Batteries. 500 tops. What else? Where are we getting iron sticks from? That's not an option. LDS is another one I want to make sure. LDS, keep 500 up around. Homie, I might never want to disintegrate. I think this will be a good starting point. Yeah, and all the construction bots are busy. Actually, I can probably donate my construction bots for the moment, so that they can start picking stuff up a little better. FedEx should also be available at some point, so let me add a group called Vulcanus to Fulgora. And specifically, I want like 10 of those, or 20 of those, and 20 of those. So that is what Vulcanus is requesting from them. And I actually should make a science bus on Nauvis, so that it doesn't have to wait for everything else. Yeah, I've got to figure... As soon as I can, I gotta get this better. Don't I have a bunch of... I thought I had way more accumulators than that. Alright. But while I'm here... Get ice out of my inventory. Ah, right. Forgot about that part. And what's the other raw material? Steel. Fix up my logistics here. All right. I think what I want to do is go to Fulgora, get those down, and then let it go back to Volcano, start picking up. Like, I gotta start moving some stuff around. My god. Cannot wait for that auto crafter to be done. Or that auto scrapper, I should say. Actually, I am cool with where this is going. So that's got everything I need. I can just ship that all down. So that gives me a look. I don't actually need that. Alright. I will send down more construction bots. Send that down. Probably send all the chests down. The construction bots. Those. Just in case, some of that. That's gonna give me a cooldown. Chemical plants, oil processors. I don't need pump checks. Some offshore pumps. Send down more accumulators. Yeah, other than that, I think I'm doing okay. So I hope, this is doing exactly what I want it to do. Anything else that I need to get rid of? No, I think we're good. Did I request? I did request that. Okay. Yeah, radar. Don't keep that on me. There are radars. Alright. That should hopefully be keeping things under control as they're going. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. Let me make this into a blueprint. There comes that stuff, which means those will be populated. Great. Let's do 1, 2. Move this to like right here. Grab a 3, 2, 1. Forgot to do this bit. Ship that down just for good measure. Actually appears to be working relatively well. I can go in here and add things like iron sticks, 500. That'll start lowering that. The only thing that it's missing is processing units, which is truly unfortunate. Here, let me go take out this half so that there are some to get this moving. Because as long as it's processing scrap, it will eventually get there. Yeah, pretty much takes care of my entire scrap need. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything that I'm scrapping, or I need to scrap at the moment. Concrete might be the other thing that I need, but I'm using so much of it. Yeah, there's no point. Although I actually should put it up there of like if I have too much concrete. Okay, so now we can talk about what this goes to make holium plates, which can be done using holium solution. And oh, it does happen in a foundry. So holium solution, which does this. So let's make a quick little pocket over here. And we'll set up some helium processing. I should send down as the rails stuff. Yeah, now it's just going to take its time actually getting filled back up again. So that should last me actually a pretty decent amount of time. And the faster I make my bots, the better that goes. So that will be one of the things that is up next. And I should go over to the science bus and get the basic ship going. And the only thing that it is going to be taking science. Actually, did I have a on Navis? Yeah, space science actually constitutes this. So that is taking each of the requests. So I'll take the space science bus. This is going to add space science, except not that one. I actually do need a different one. So that is space science, and then have one called planet science, and that's going to contain this one. And that is what the science bus will do. It isn't. Its entire job is to get planet science. Building materials, yeah. Yeah, don't need that. Okay. Clean up some logistics groups, so that will get started. Looking at that, I seem to be in a decent position. So let's start building up a basic mall here. I'm also fairly certain I can't put, this is one of the ones where I can't, yeah. I need foundations, which I don't have. Which means I need to pick a better spot. Let me do this. So I need to do homium plate construction, which means I need to do homium solution, which is made in chemical plants, which means I need water, which means I need ice, which will be fun. Ugh. So, first things first, let's make homium solution like this. Give it some tanks on the end for keeping that up, which means I'm gonna need another block. It's gonna look basically identical. So that is gonna be melting ice into water. Take that, do that. And now we need to do bot based. Yeah, and then same thing here. This is gonna request ice. Which will create the water for the homium solution, which can then be turned into using foundries. And I am willing to bet I basically only need like 2 of these. And that can go into a passive provider chest, like so. Alright, so that's getting built. And then I need to be starting to make accumulators. I need to be making lightning rods. I need to be making assembling machines. Fast inserters, which means I need to be making inserters. I need to be making steel chests, which means I need to also be making active providers, passive providers, storage, and requester chests. And then I also need to be making, yeah, roboports, which means I need to be making flying robot frames, which then allows me to make logistics robots and construction robots. We'll do one last thing here, which is going to be rails. That should get me started. Oh, I also need to be making tanks, pipes, and undergrounds. That should do it. I think eventually, I think actually that's a bad idea to put it there. I think I should have put it somewhere else. God damn it. Here. Well, I can rearrange this. Yeah, everything else can go. So snap to grid relatively. And take the I remember how this works. Grid position of 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 1. So does that give me... Yes, it does. Excellent. So this is going to be the start of it. I'm just going to lay a row of... Ooh, so close. And the other thing I need to do is add this as scrap outpost. There's that. That is gonna be a block. So that I will use to start bringing stuff out. All right. So that'll start filling out accumulators, which means I can slowly, basically as those start filling out, I can start removing these. I thought I had a bunch of accumulators. I guess not. Oh yes, the other, I need to start adding ice as a raw material that I can have too much of. So if I have over, let's say 500 ice, start taking that out. So now ice should start dropping rapidly. Great. Rock is probably the other thing. Yeah, because it can create stone. So stone, let's also call that 500. That should start dropping pretty rapidly. I mean, that's pretty much how this works, is if I see something getting too high and it's not getting brought back down, then just take it out. That seems to be working pretty damn well, actually. I'm kind of impressed. So like right now it's trying to bring down stone, ice, and solid fuel as things come in. And I mean, that is working pretty damn well. I'm kind of impressed with myself. But anyway, so yeah, that'll go there. Let me make another, we're gonna take the idea of this as a, like, have input on this side, have this be, or actually I could even probably bring it up, yeah, because there's enough room there. So have like a scrap processing facility, which goes into the auto scrapper. That goes there. With inputs over here. So like this is a scrap processing node. And that does that. That also contains all of the storage, kind of down here. And up here. I know, you're out of shit, I know. I already sent down all my accumulators, didn't I? Yeah. Oh well. I actually am going to ship all this down just because I don't want it with me. Organize this a bit. It's like that's logistics, that's circuitry, modules, logistic, like robot logistics, trains, manufacturing, transport, power, trains, defense. I'd put this along with logistics. Along with trains. Okay, so there's that. So now I can go back to Navis if it likes. And this will continue to manufacture accumulators and everything while it's getting its thing on. I am still manufacturing those down there, which I could probably move up here now. Let me make sure I have a couple more of the train things ready. Like that. Like that. And that should basically take care of everything. I don't know if there's anything that produces iron sticks, though. Like, something must have. I didn't produce those. Maybe I do need to make iron sticks. There are a couple things I can do that are really interesting. So it's missing green circuits, right? Because I need to hit a capacity of blue circuits to start breaking them down into the constituent parts. But that is fine for now. Like, this will just run for a minute and be good to go. Yeah, I'm gonna drop off pretty quickly, but it seems like I'm able to actually support this for a little bit. I mean, at the day, because I don't want to kill these accumulators while they're actually charged, so yeah, because like there's so much more lightning that I can collect and store, but I don't have the space for it at the moment. And then this, one of the things that I can do actually is I can take storage bins. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and have it actually store the materials close. So like make this an ice chest. So I need what? Ice, rock, and holmium. So that these things actually stay close. Does that work? Is that actually... Alright, that'll start manufacturing chromium plates. I don't know, I'll leave them for now because I don't really need the space. So this will not request anything now. Shouldn't. At least not until... actually, that is something else that I should be manufacturing, are the... Like, I can't do everything from scrap, but I can do a good chunk of it. Like, meaning directly from recycling. Like, recycling can pretty much handle all of this. And I'm not bottoming out, so that actually means that I could afford to move one of the accumulators over. What am I doing on logistics usage? Oh, I'm not even using most of my bots. I also need to make sure you have the ship repair. Sweet. Now I can make electromagnetic plants, which take a minute. But then I will have access to things, and I have access to all of the machines that I am desperate for. I think I want to do this. Alright. That's going. Auto scrapper should be up and running as soon as I reconnect the thing. There we go. Now it's back to scrapping. Alright, so now the mall is gonna be right under here. Alright, right here. That is chests. Power infrastructure. Including, where's substations? I'm not making substations? That seems like a gross oversight, but... Substations. There's power infrastructure. Bot infrastructure. Go... Manufacturing. To arms and transport. I will worry about belts later because I'm not using a ton of belts. Yeah, I do want rail stuff down here as well. Alright, now, got all that, got all that. Let me go ahead and make the medium electric power poles. And then down here do fluids. What else do I need? I think that's pretty much all I need at the moment. Maybe some offshore pumps, but Oh, the circuits, the logic gates. And that should be everything that I am manufacturing here. Can move it a little bit closer to the storage. I am drawing a shitload of power. And this is actually going to go right above the mall.
It's okay. It's okay, look.
What's the matter? I think I need to set up my my trash on request, my logic gates for that as well. Because there's something you can do where it's like, take the... What is it? It's like taking the... Take this with that. You multiply it by -1 and combine it with the contents, I think. Oh, you combine it with the logistics network. Right. So this, take red, take everything, multiply it by -1, and output everything. Subtract from the logistics network contents. I need to do another filter circuit, don't I? Where did you go? Yeah, red is your filter. Green is your contents. Give that a minute to show up. How am I missing arithmetic combinators? Hey, how's it going? How am I... There's no way. How is it possible that I'm missing these combinators when I literally picked it up from somewhere else? Logic network is all there? What happened? Not on me. Weird. Is there some storage? Yeah, I don't know. They should be manufacturing if they ever get enough green circuits. I should be getting there. I'm capped out on blue, which means I should be processing into red and going down the chain. Yeah, whatever. I'll let it go. No, I'm not. Stop. Pause. Fall back to Navis. You're not ready. I forgot it didn't have guns on it. They are working. Yeah, Madam Homie, more of that. Makes sense. Yeah, alright. Move all those. Process the rest of the scrap.
What's the matter, Suki? Can you bring it? Bring it. There you go.
Not the first playthrough. I just have a few mods on that I like to have for convenience. Like this one that just tells me what all my ore patches are at, so that I don't get blindsided as much. And like a to-do list and some things that just make tedious stuff. Like some patch planners, just because I don't think that's a particularly interesting thing. Okay, so now I gotta do... Ah, god damn it. Alright. They're all stuck. Alright, so now I can go and build... That'll slowly come over here. Okay, so now that can get hooked up into the first scrap processor. And that'll start producing scrap again. So now they don't have nearly as far to go to get that done. It is, of course, assuming actually connects. Alright, so that's going until it runs out, and then eventually this will be like a train station to pull everything in.
Hello, Suki.
I think with that, at this point, I'm pretty much just waiting. Like, waiting for this to be done, which I'm not sure why it's taking so long. What are you lacking? Ah, that's why. I can also start working on, like, changing up this base, because it is using very inefficient recipes right now. Yeah, so it's got enough. It just needs enough things to get going. I will make sure that is good, and then anything, yeah, chromium plates I don't need to worry about. I do want to start making electromagnetic plants, which means I need to get fluid processing going, but that is another whole thing. Alright. So that'll let that generate more stuff. This is good. I can probably make this a 3 to 2 instead. If I take my 3 to 2 balancer. And then that'll get the rest. And then as soon as that's ready, I can turn that on and that on. That's 2. I need to go down there and finish it. I don't think it's, yeah, it doesn't have enough parts. Alright, so that scrap's now flowing into 2 areas. Fill out the rest of the decider combinators that for some reason didn't come over, but alright. Yeah, almost through that. And as soon as night comes, that'll restock. Should be fun. Right, output signals is just, I need 20 of these and 13 of these. Right, I have 7 foundries in the thing. Oh yeah, that's the filtered. Right, so then I need the... Right, yeah, this is the filtered logistics, and that's the requests. So I should be able to just... Oh wait, I think it's the other way around. Yeah, it is, because I want... Yep. Hold up. Good job. Actually, there is a nice way to do this. If I do... Get rid of that, get rid of that. And take each symbol on the green, subtract each symbol on the red. Where are these decider combinators going? It shouldn't be dismantling them ever, so... I don't know.
Hello, Suki. Can I have it? Have it? Thank you. I know, just a little bit longer. Okay?
A little bit longer. Alright, come on, lightning. Alright, so now what's your output signal? Is I need 7. So I have 20 miners in the system, and I have 13 foundries, so I should need 7 foundries. Great. So that gets input into there as 7 foundries. But it's based on the requests here. Perfect. Alright. How? Where are these decider combinators going? How I made like 30 of them and there's still not enough? Magically it exists? I have no idea, but yeah, it seems like you did a decent job of keeping everything under control. Hmm. Yeah, so we should stop inserting rock there and just insert it directly into something else. Okay. FedEx is off to Fulgora. Great. Alright. Yes, that does require me to use the water. Alright. God, I'm getting power hungry. There's also a thing of like, if you have more lightning rods, you can transfer electricity faster or something. I don't think that was an actual thing. Still waiting on Jesus. Yeah, this will all get fixed eventually, but for the moment, at the very least, the ability to launch rockets will get significantly better.
Hello, Suki.
Alright. I think I'm going to stop streaming there. I did what I set out to do. I made an auto scrapper, which I think is working relatively well. Considering I knew next to nothing about these circuits when I started. Yeah.